Greetings, I'm Crazy Nelly, and welcome back to Starmade. I've got a bunch of things that I'm working on. I already completed this ship, and this ship a while back, and I am working on a battleship, but I needed a little bit of a break from it, especially since this has been very mining intensive. And I got kind of a wild hair. I wanted to build something. As far as I know, nobody's tried this in Starmade. And I want to create, let me go ahead and show you. Come on. The Sinistar. If any of you are unaware of what the Sinistar is, I mean, some of you, it's a little before my time, actually. It was several years before I was born. But I used to play old arcade games all the time growing up, and this was a game that terrified me. It was called Sinistar. And the point of the game was you had a smaller ship, and you had pretty much a limited amount of time, although it never was like a timer. But you had a bunch of worker ships and enemies, and they are all trying to build the Sinistar, which you see in front of you. And the Sinistar is a sort of boss. Back when there really weren't bosses in games. I mean, I guess there were a few at the time, but this was before that really became a thing. And you had to shoot the enemies, shoot the asteroids, and collect things called Cinnabombs. And the Cinnabombs did not contain a lick of cinnamon sugar, or apple cinnamon, or anything of that variety. They were the only things that could hurt the Sinistar. And the Sinistar would chase you around, and it had the creepiest voice ever. It'd run around like the moment you heard, "Beware, I live," you knew you were screwed. Unless you had like 12 Cinnabombs or something like that. I knew it required over 10, if I recall. And you had to launch those Cinnabombs at it. And then it would damage the hull. And then you'd blow up the Sinistar, and you keep going. And each time there'd be a new Sinistar, and it'd chase you around going, "Run, coward! I hunger!" And it would actually suck your ship into its mouth, roar, and eat you. And as far as I know, nobody's attempted to build it in Starmade. So, we're going to put that sucker right in the corner so I have a reference and you know what I'm building. And we're going to go ahead and get started on building it. First of all, I need a docking module. I do have that, right? Lots of docking enhancers. Are you telling me I don't have a docking module anywhere? 'Cause that's crazy. Come on. Really? No docking module. I'm sure I can build one. Docking. Is this the right one? Yes, it is. I thought so. Sinter and alloyed metal, both of which I have. I only need one. Oh, and the Sinter. Where's the Sinter? It's here somewhere. Sinter. Sinter. There it is. Okay. Put those in our handy-dandy machine, and just create one. Because I only need one. I need that too. Don't take that from me. Okay. Let's go ahead. I've already named this the Sinistar, but this is just the start of whatever I was trying to do. Let's see, where should I put it? I am constructing my station right now, but I'm taking a break from that too. You know, you start these large projects and then you get burned out. I wanted to do a little quickie project, something that I probably will get done in a night. Also, you see this? If you're on Mushroom Fleet server and you do this, don't do this. I was unaware of this. I'm fairly new at survival, so I already had mined out my planet. I have ceased doing this. The asteroids are renewable. I made a boo-boo. Don't do that. Don't need the overdrive computer. Where's my dirt? I'm gonna say I use rock and dirt as a means of... Why aren't I using the build block system? That's stupid. Why aren't I doing that? Okay. Let's say I'm singer going, I don't need anything. But I know this is gonna be pretty much a vertical ship. There we go. No. Why do you do that? You always do that. Bad game. And docking module, which is facing the wrong way. So brilliant. There we go. And I need a lot more room than that. There we go. Although it needs to be, once again, needs to be a little bit wider, but not by much, I don't think. Oh, I've got 3,000 docking enhancers. Let's make doubly sure. Yeah, that's more than wide enough. And then a whole lot of vertical space downwards. That should be enough, I think. Because it only has to be big enough to pretty much fit a one-man fighter in its mouth. I don't know. Let's do a little bit wider. I'm very cautious as a builder. Or as anything, really. I'm a cautious person. No! I get my XYs and stuff confused all the time. I don't know why. That should be way more than big enough. I'll probably take some of these docking enhancers back when I'm done, but I want to be sure. And then we need one build block. I should have a bunch of these. Where's my build block? Okay. So I just need one. And then, so try to grab everything that I need. Probably will need a pole beam, but I don't need that right now. I'll take those. I'll take that, because I'm going to need it in a few to make the white paint. I think I have enough thrusters for now, but I can easily make more. To try to take everything that I need. I don't need any of that. I don't need any of that. I don't need a gravity unit for this ship at all. I will take a faction module. I don't need turrets. I could make it a scanner ship, but I'm not going to. No, radar jammer goes against it because you have the radar in the ship before. And to do the radar jamming, to put a radar jammer on this ship would go against the spirit of the game, because that was the only way you knew it was coming. Is that it would have a radar, you know, you'd see a big red dot on the radar, and then you knew you were getting chased. That way, because, you know, if you let it get into the screen and surprise you, you're dead. You're absolutely dead. Faction module, faction permission module. Salvage computer, Bobby. I could be evil and give it Bobby AI, but I'm not going to. Let me think. What amount of hull do I have? I have my gray. I have a little bit of white. I'm just going to make this set of regular hull, because it's mainly going to be a sort of, just kind of a sculpture almost. It's going to have a little bit of offensive capability, but this is just for fun. I don't need to make this out of advanced armor and waste my advanced armor on it, because I'm going to need lots of advanced armor. That's going to be a practical ship right over there. But I don't want that to be... Nope. What are you doing? Okay. Duck. Okay. And we get out of there. We take one of these blocks and replace it with a build block. And this is... Huh? Really? Okay, yeah, I say this brings it back here. That way, I don't need to fly back and forth, back and forth, back and forth for supplies, and I can craft everything here. And, you know, if I need to get supplies, I have my mining craft here. But I don't need it yet. Say, first of all, we need power. We need lots of power. Say, let me check. Anyone going on over at the movie We Are Strange uses some Sinistar sound bites. Ah, I say that's Moss. Oh, well, bye, Moss. Say, I finally noticed him, and then I had to go. But let's go back to building. Moss is a fellow YouTuber that it's part of my group of YouTube buddies. Oh, there it is. I lost my power for a moment. Don't need the white hole yet. But I'm gonna be... It doesn't need like a real cockpit. I mean, it's not even supposed to be a ship with the cockpit. It's not really a ship. Good thinking, Dylan. Build it out of build blocks. And no, we are not building it that wide. Let's see, how much power do we have? Not a whole lot. Let's see, and then we can go ahead and not make a perfect 32 square. That would be dumb. Position is blocked by an alley base. Okay, we can fix that. We can fix that. That's the only problem with making a guide like this. Let's take this build block away. Well, not while we're in it, but let's take the other stuff away. We don't need any of this. Oop! And there it goes. Just say it kicks me out if I do that. Alright. Now that should allow me to... Yeah, now I can finagle around. Oh, I hate doing that. And... Am I undocked? Oh. Might help if I had thrusters. I just need enough to keep going for right now. Whoop! Okay. Then maybe a camera? I don't know. What? What are you doing? No, 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 no. No, no. We are not using that. Build blocks for that. That's not what we need. Quit building everything out of build blocks. It's aggravating. Just taking things way too literally. And now I can't see. Where's my cameras? Oh. I'm actually kind of facing this backwards. Oh well. Not a problem. But we need to pay more attention in the future. So once again, that is not the real concern here. Woo! Flies amazingly right now. There we go, that's what I wanted. I didn't want it at core level there. I wanted it to have a little bit of room. We can get rid of these now. Huh. Get my power capacitors. No. Bad. And we're gonna give it a little bit of thickness to get a little bit better power. I mean, this doesn't need a whole lot of power. Once again, it's mainly just a functional sculpture. But I want it to be able to I'm thinking about actually having a pole beam. I want it to be just as easy to use. Yeah, just as functional as the original ship was. Because the original ship didn't have, like, crazy amounts of missiles or anything. It's not that kind of ship. It was a creature that happened to be mechanical. So it just sucked you into its mouth and eat it. And I'm going to figure out how to actually kill the ship once you do that. But I'm going to figure out... First, power. First things first. Then we start working on the shell. Boop. Don't do that. Do-do-do. Say only 165 power. Let's see if I can get that to 1,000,000, actually. Bet I can. Usually by making a straight... Because I think I can make 1,000,000 power with this, and 1,000,000 power isn't all that much. What's the command to find the last ship I was in? My ship has gone missing. Okay, I'm gonna tell him that. In navigation, it should be a button. Yeah, I'm gonna say that should help him out. Let's see, did that help? What happens if I do this? I could even be really clever and try to do this. Oh, that's way better. But not by much, actually. Interesting. Perfect crosses of power. Do-do-do. Put it down a bit. There's that. Yep, I'm good. And I should really be using symmetry at this point. That would be in the smart range of things. Yep. I want to look at my inventory. But yeah, I've always been a bit of an old school gamer, even though I didn't really, I mean, a lot of it was because, you know, as a poor gamer, people don't realize, you know, not everyone can afford the highest end systems. Even back in the day, that wasn't really doable. So what we usually did was, oh, fiddlesticks. Let's try that again. Usually meant that we played, the poor folk played the older systems way before, way longer than most people did, to where it was like, I didn't have a PlayStation 2 until about a year ago. I was always a PC gamer, because PC you could get away with a lot more of, because you could, you know, you could choose and prioritize what things you needed, but consoles I gave up on. The newest console I had for ages and ages was an N64. And I loved my N64. I still have it in the basement. I should drag it out, but now I have the ability to emulate, so I'll probably just do it that way. But that was my favorite console. And to get back to the relevant point, I loved playing old school arcade games. Like I had an ant that had Namco and Williams compilations, like the ones they'd make back in the day. And one of my favorite games was Sinistar, and it came out in '83, and I was born in '89. So, other than something like that, I would have never known about it. Say, 365,000. How? 6 back. Okay. So you have to get that. Huh. What happens if I disconnect that? Does it get better? No, it gets worse. What happens if I do that? That gets worse. Say it's very finagly. Very, very finagly. What happens if I do this? Nothing. Oh, that helps a lot, actually. Say, once again, I'm new at, you know, getting everything right. But I have a lot of power, at least, because, like, once again, don't do this, but I had built a massive planet eater, and it had 900,000 salvage cannons, and all the power to run them. And that was almost the exact amount. I had checkerboarded them. And once I learned that I couldn't eat planets, that it was frowned upon, I did not really... Oh, wow. Significant jump in power. Say, I just play around with the power. Let's try it this way. That's not so great. Okay. But, you know, you have to have things fairly parallel and all that. Let's try just a straight. Say, a straight line usually does better than most things. So I'm going to do that for the most part. Where's my core? I need to keep track of it. Oh. I'm doing things backwards. Not necessarily, though. I'm going to say I'll just put things on the front, and there will be a plex door in the back to enter. Yeah, I don't really need much of a cockpit. Think about this. Think, Dylan. Think, Dylan. Okay, we're gonna do this quick and dirty, this part. I don't even know why I'm worrying this much about power.